Hey, this is 5 Minute Friday, where I break down cinematic lighting setups and scenes almost every week. Let's get into it. So to make this happen, we found an awesome alleyway and a doorway. First thing to do at a new location is see what natural light is happening there already. We had an overhead light in the doorway there, and then a street light that was very orange, just naturally. So the first thing I did was gaff that overhead light in the doorway. It's just a bad quality light and very ugly hue. So I just put some gaff tape over it lightly so I didn't ruin it when I took it off. Always be careful when taking gaff tape off. It can rip paint off the walls or leave like smudge on stuff. After that, I took the Nan Light Pavo tube, set it to like a green teal hue somewhere in the middle there, and I gaff taped that up to the side of the wall on the right side of our subject. Let me tell you, it was a little difficult getting that thing to stay up. The wall was not the right paint for gaff tape to stick very well, but we got it up there, it stayed. So after that, I just needed a warm tungsten orangey key light for my subject, and I noticed the doorway was metal and had a 6-inch door frame. So I took the Aperture MC light and I just magnetized it to that door frame, and on the inside was a metal door. So I kind of swapped it back and forth there to get different angles of a key light depending on what angle I was shooting at. And I set that light to a very warm tungsten hue. I think it was somewhere between 32 and 3600 Kelvin. And after that, I surprisingly did not haze at the scene. I would have loved to, but this was a very public place and people were walking by and already giving us weird looks. And it was more of an ask for forgiveness than permission type of thing, so I left the haze out. One thing that will help though when you don't have haze is a 1/4 or an 1/8 black Pro Mist filter. Keeps your blacks nice and clean, but it'll really bloom those highlights and give you that kind of filmic look you're going for that haze would kind of give you. It's not as good, but it's a good secondary option. Just remember that when you use a filter, it's baked into your footage, so you're stuck with what you get. And because I couldn't have haze, I decided to use some prop cigarettes I had left over from a music video shoot recently, just to add a little bit of atmosphere with the smoke coming off of it and just to spice up the image a little bit. Also, these prop cigarettes don't have nicotine in them. You're just burning herbs basically, but they still smell bad and taste bad. And guys, I am not a smoker of any kind, so unfortunately I had to light it up for Jill to hold in the frame, and I smelt like I had been burning bad incense all night. And then we did some very cinetheme-esque movements. If you don't know what cinethemes are, it's very cinematic little videos I do. Go to my channel and check it out if you haven't seen them. They're awesome, and hopefully they'll inspire you. And that's all we did for this scene. I told you it was very simple, very easy. It was very fun to do. It's a highly stylized look. Getting that tube light in the shot is not a bad thing. That's something I'm working on, is actually getting a light source in the shot in a way that doesn't distract but might add to it. Tube lights are great for that. They can almost mimic a fluorescent tube light you would see in like an office building. That worked out great, and it gave us those teal and greenish shadows, made the color grading process easier because we're basically color grading in real time in real life. Set the hue of your lights to where you want them, and then you can push it further or adjust it slightly in post. A great way to get a teal and orange look on set without going crazy with the color grade. That's it, guys. I appreciate you watching these. Again, these are just quick cinematic scenes and lighting setups that I'm going to start breaking down hopefully every Friday. I'm not going to lock myself into that. But yeah, this was super fun to make, and if you learned something or got inspired, feel free to like this video and subscribe so you don't miss next week's 5 Minute Friday. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next week.